Hello, everyone. Today I'm presenting a comprehensive reflection on my interview with a local professional in the helping field. While this is a core requirement for our Liberty University curriculum, designed to bridge classroom theory with clinical reality, this assignment held a much deeper personal significance for me. As the owner of MB Recovery Specialists in LLC and MB Recovery Ministries, I operate daily within the recovery space. However, we often work in silos. For me, this interview was an opportunity for professional mentorship, a chance to see how the three pillars of practice are navigated by someone further down the path than me that already has an established business. For this project, I had the pleasure of speaking with Amy Grace McLaughlin. Amy Grace is a licensed professional counselor and a small business owner herself. She holds a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling with specializations in addiction. Her private practice focuses specifically on the complex intersections of trauma, addiction, and ADHD. What was immediately clear in our discussion is that being a helper in a private practice setting is not just a clinical role. It's a high-stakes balancing act. It requires you to be a scientist, an advocate, and a business strategist simultaneously. My goal today is to walk you through her daily life and share the wisdom she offered. Wisdom that's already impacting how I view my own growth as a recovery specialist and what I'd like to do in the recovery community. When I asked Amy Grace to describe her duties, she didn't just give me a list. She broke down her professional identity into three very distinct roles, three different pillars: the practitioner, CEO, and owner. So the first pillar I want to talk about is the practitioner. This is the heart of what we do. It involves the direct care. This involves conducting individual, family, or couple therapy sessions. But Amy Grace, she also highlighted the invisible work that sustains this, which is documentation. She emphasized that progress notes and treatment plans aren't just red tape. They are a legal and ethical shield that must meet HIPAA and insurance standards. As I grow my own LLC, this was a vital reminder that the quality of our care is only as secure as the quality of our records. The second pillar I would like to talk about is the CEO. This part of our talk was particularly resonant with me. As a small business owner, Amy Grace manages the electronic health record systems. She also handles the bookkeeping, pays the rent, and monitors the profit and loss statements. Not only that, she's also her own marketing director, maintaining a presence on Psychology Today and networking with local doctors. She reminded me that in order to serve our community, the business of the ministry or the LLC must be healthy and organized. The third pillar is the owner. This role is about a long-term vision. She must ensure her practice follows the strict ethics of the state licensing board while deciding the future of her business, whether to stay solo or expand into a group practice. Every decision she makes as an owner creates the environment in which the practitioner functions. We then moved into the emotional landscape of the industry. Amy Grace finds profound fulfillment in witnessing amazing transformations. We spoke specifically about the efficacy of EMDR therapy, eye movement desensitization, and reprocessing. Seeing a client go from the chaos of active addiction to years of sobriety is what keeps her motivated. This is also, what keeps me motivated doing what I do. She was, however, very, very candid about the friction points. She described paperwork as the bane of her existence. We also discussed ethical exhaustion, the difficulty of balancing a heavy caseload with the fact that most clients, they need evening sessions because of their regular work schedules. We touched on the challenges of dealing with insurance companies and the reality of earning a fair wage without working more hours than what's ethically sustainable for our therapist's own mental health. This honesty was, incredibly grounding for me as I navigate my own professional boundaries. Amy Grace also offered some other growth and strategic advice. She says that she stays sharp through annual certifications and stays immersed in research, especially relevant to her client base. Her advice is to us, and me personally, was incredibly practical. Some of the guidelines she suggested is, the first one was get certified early. She recommended specializing in tools like EMDR and ADHD support as soon as possible. Secondly, study business. If you want a private practice, you must understand the CEO side of the desk. The third thing was outsource the hard stuff. She noted it's worth the extra money to just pay the professionals to handle the LLC formation and insurance credentialing. With me personally, I did it all on my own, and I didn't pay those people, and I've been struggling since. It's definitely makes more sense just to pay the experts on this. And for find your humans, never work in a vacuum. Always have a group of peers for clinical consultation to ensure you're giving your clients the best possible care. Reflecting on this interview, I've realized that the helping profession is much more than just empathy. It is a discipline of constant learning and organizational excellence. The assignment has been remarkably beneficial for my own personal and professional growth. It has allowed me to step back from my work at MB Recovery Specialist LLC and MB Recovery Ministries to see the larger framework of clinical success. Seeing the success of EMDR in her practice reinforces my own commitment to evidence-based models that address the root causes of behavior. I'm walking away with a humanized understanding of this field. I see that to truly help others, I must be a diligent manager of my own professional life, my documentation, and my network. This interview hasn't just helped me complete a Liberty University assignment. It has grounded my long-term aspirations in the reality of my work. Thank you for listening, and God bless.